Well, since we've been doing so many basic clay 101 videos, I thought it was time we got out some clay and made some doll food. So today we are using that Skinner blend I taught you how to do, and we're making green onions. This is a really fun and easy project. Stay tuned and see how easy it really is. Alright, so if you followed my clay food making videos before, you probably realize that I like to have the real thing in front of me. And I know, we all know what a green onion looks like. That's why it's even more important, in my opinion, to have this here. Because it's those little things that you miss by remembering what it looks like that can make a big difference and make it not look real. So one of the first things I do is I measure. And I know that this green onion happens to be 1/4 inch in diameter. That's pretty small. They go anywhere from 1/4 up to about 1/2 inch. So we're going to aim for our scale to be scaled in that area, in that neighborhood. This one is about 1 foot long. Okay, so that's easy enough to scale. We have white through to green. This is where we use our Skinner blend, which we've done videos on Skinner blend. I've done a video on this channel before. And we're going to do that. I'll refer you to, I'll put a link in the description and in the blog post for the Skinner blend video on this channel, so that you can go, if you don't know what I mean by a Skinner blend, you can go refer to that, to how to do it. I'll quickly cover it here, but I've got a more in-depth video. This green onion happens to be split into 2 tops. I've seen them anywhere from 2 to about 5. We're going to go 2 or 3 on most of ours, I think. We'll see how it goes. We don't want to have them all the same, but we don't want them all too many variations. And we've got a very translucent looking white. It scales into a light green and all the way up to dark. And you can see, especially on this one here, you really see that beautiful gradual blend. So I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to move this to the side, and I'm going to get out the clay we will use. Alright, I have 4 blocks of clay. You could probably get by with 3 if need be, and I'll go over that in a minute. I have a white and I have a translucent. This is Fimo white. I think this is Sculpey translucent. I'm not sure. Translucent, transparent, whatever they call it. I have a Sculpey 3 in string bean. I'm going to try and get by with some Sculpey products in this video. I don't like to use them when I'm doing fine detail, but I think for this it should work. You're going to mix the white and the translucent in 50-50 ratio. The green needs to be mixed with a translucent also. I happen to have, this does not come out this color. This is a translucent green from Fimo, and actually it bakes up this color. I am going to mix this with the string bean to get what I need for here. You could also mix, if I have my trials. This is string bean mixed with the regular translucent, and this is string bean mixed with the translucent green. They're pretty close. It doesn't really alter the color, it alters how the light plays with the clay and how the clay looks once it's baked. So I almost always put translucent in my of some kind into each color when I'm working with food. So I'm going to blend 50-50, equal parts translucent white and equal parts green and translucent green, and when I get those pieces of clay mixed, I'll come back and we'll start making some green onions. Alright, so I have rolled out my green mix and my white mix on the thickest side of my pasta machine, and I've already trimmed them into rectangles and then made a seam here. I thought the camera was rolling and it wasn't. I'm going to seal that seam before I fold the first time. Alright, now we're going to fold. Always folding with green on one end, white on the other end. And I am going to run this through my pasta machine until I have a good blend. And in the meantime, I need to plug my camera in because my battery is flashing. So when this is all, I have a good blend in the middle. I'll be back. All right, so here we are blended. I think the blend turned out beautifully. I'm now going to make this thinner, and I'm going to keep rolling it through the same way through the pasta machine. I just want to make it longer this way. All right, now we have a nice strip of clay. So I'm going to cut off some of the white. I don't want quite that much white on the bottom. There's always some waste whenever you make a Skinner blend. It's just part of doing a Skinner. All right, so I want about a 4-inch. I want these to be approximately 4 inches tall. And my clay table needs to be cleaned off because I'm getting little bits of this, that, and the other thing on my clay, and I don't even know what that is. I haven't worked with clay in a couple of weeks, and it's my table is a mess. All right, so now we're going to start rolling from this end, and that's probably enough. Don't worry about it not being straight. We'll fix that after we get these portioned. If it doesn't want to lift off your work surface, use your knife, slide it under there. And this is just one way to use the Skinner blend. I'm ignoring that piece of white clay that was laying there. But when I cut, then it kind of seals this down to the tray, so I have to pick it back up. These are going to be closer to half scale. Well, since green onions come a lot thicker than the one, a lot fatter than the one I have on my table, this will be a fatter one. And get one more here. All right, now we're going to roll this. We are going to cut the bottom, and we are going to slice, try and get it straight. Now you need it straight, and lay it on your paper plate baking surface as straight as you can. Now if you want to, you can try and make these a little rounder, but I'm not going to. There. Now let's find, oh, we can use a brush, or we could use sandpaper, something to kind of texture this bottom. I think sandpaper or an emery board is going to work the best. Get some texture on the end and lay that out on your baking tray. I'm going to, well, I'll do one more on camera, and then I'll finish the rest of these off camera. I love how the top of that is looking. See what I can do with that and make it continue to look that cool. There. It looks like all kinds of detail there. It looks like you worked a long time on detail. So I am going to finish these other three. Then, because we have translucent clay in our mix, where's my wire brush? I had a wire brush here earlier. Try that. Because we have translucent clay in our mixture, we are going to bake at 235 degrees for about 10 minutes. And when these are baked and cooled, I'll come back and we'll look at them. Alright, so here are our green onions that are all baked off and cooled. I love how these turned out. I will say, I wish that I would have used a slightly different color clay. So if you go to do this, I will have in the blog post what colors I used, but I would recommend picking a clay that has a slightly warmer tone to it. This is a really cool toned green, so it's got almost a bluish cast. I think they could be improved by adding just a little bit of warmth to the green, maybe a touch of yellow clay or a warmer green color. But other than that, I love how these turned out. I can't wait to set up a photo with them and put them into the doll's kitchen stuff so we can play with them in some photos later. Thank you for watching. Be sure and check the blog post. I will have a link to the Skinner blend video I did recently, as well as a list of the colors I used. If you haven't found the Facebook page, be sure and hop over there. The link is in the description box. I'd love to have you join my Facebook group, and that's usually the quickest way to talk to me. Until the next video, have fun with your dolls. I'll talk to you later. Bye.